Sunday morning and time for another farm update. Hope you're all having a decent week. We are here at the minute, apart from we keep getting one or two showers that aren't forecasted, which aren't helpful, but we're cracking on with the wheat harvest, as you'll see in this update. That's mostly what it's about. I've got some more drone footage as well. I'm trying to get more used to flying the drone. I think I'm getting there. No more crashes in this episode, so that's okay. And we've got a lot of straw being baled as well, but the rain's interrupted that. But wheats are cracking on, and you'll see towards the end how we're getting on with those. I'll also give a little bit of a yield update on one or two varieties. You see how we sample the trailers and how we record everything before it goes into the store. And we've got some interesting yields developing. I must say the Oxford has come out well, or coming out well, as you'll see in this update. And the other varieties are still good for the year, but I'll give you a full resume maybe another day. I'll see what time I've got. Anyway, you can see starting to cloud over a little bit now. It's Saturday evening, but the weather says it's going to be fine, which it said it was going to be fine a day or two ago, and we got some rain. Anyway, hope you enjoy this update. Thanks ever so much for watching. I've got my grandson Oscar with me, staying with me for a few days as well, so that's always nice when he comes during harvest time to help. This last week we also did some combining for one of my cousins who farm on the edge of Leadenham village. We've done some wheat for them, but here we're doing spring barley. This was after sugar beet, that was in the field this last year, but because of the dry weather it's not performed very well like any barley on light land. You can see there's a strong crosswind here blowing right to left, which is moving the straw from out of the trail, so making it difficult to the balers when they come in to bale it. But the straw length was only about 18 inches high when we combined this, so there isn't a huge quantity of straw, but it's like that all over the place where you've got light land. And the problem we've got as well is it was the lack of rain in the spring that's caused a lot of this. It just sat in the soil, didn't get washed in, so it hasn't gone into straw and grain sort of growth, and so the yields are very poor. We're looking at less than 2 tonnes per acre, so around about 4 to 4.5 tonnes per hectare. And the problem we've got with this grain quality as well now, because the rain didn't come in the spring and we had a bit of rain about 3 weeks ago, it's gone and put the nitrogen into the grain in the ear, so the grain quality now isn't brilliant. Last time putting the header on this harvest, we've got this block of land here. There's 128 acres of Oxford to do. Grandson Oscar, wearing his perfect shirt, is here for 2 or 3 days. And who's this we've got helping us? Yeah, cousin Michael, helping us on the trailer for this block of land. We've got field there, goes up to the hillside, up to Leadenham village. Another field there to do, and we've got 36 acres just here, and then 45 acres beyond. But if you look, we're Thursday, 4 or 5 o'clock, we've got rain on the way any minute. So it's Thursday afternoon. What have we got here? Water on the windows because it's raining. If you look up there towards the village, the sky's full of it now. Balers have arrived, you can see, and getting some baling done, which is great, but rain, so we now stop play. We've got 120 odd acres left to harvest, as you've just seen, and balers have arrived here. They've got probably, what have we got done? They've probably got 1,500, they've probably got 130 acres done. Didn't arrive till about 11 o'clock, so been good in that respect, but we'll just have a word with them and have a look. But I think the amount of straw we're getting isn't too bad for the year, but just a bit of a devil. We've got blue sky now across there, you can see starting to develop, but I don't think we'll get going today, Thursday. It'll have to be Friday to carry on. Anyway, joys of farming, eh? And the trouble is, it's this sort of, when it gets laid and run on like this. Oh, it's not been enough rain to get into that yet, so that's okay. So it's a lovely sunny day now. This is Friday morning after the rain last night, and you can just see blue sky, lovely weather, but the moisture of the grain about 9:30 this morning was 23%, so it's ever so high, which that's the problem we've got. Anyway, we've got the bale chaser just arrived to collect up the bales that were baled yesterday, and you saw a little clip in from the weather. We'll get some proper footage of the baler running, but we've got the chaser here. I'll just show you them collecting up the bales that were baled yesterday. This is one of the farm machines that I could watch for ages. The technology and the way that it just collects bales and makes the job easier is just brilliant. It's known as a bale chaser, and this one holds 16 bales. You can see here how it picks the bales up one by one, drops them onto a turntable, and then it goes along to the next bale and it picks that one up and puts it next to it as it pushes the one across, and then it will lift it up, and then the turntable moves away, it turns it around and pushes it back up to the previous lot. Now the reason why it turns it round is just so that it rides better. It's like when you build a house, if you stack the bales crossway on, not all the same way, they'll ride better. So here we're taking it to the yard. It's only about a field away, so it's not too far to go to the yard. And we've got the stack there already, you can see, and it's great here because we're going to use these throughout the winter and get them loaded onto the lorry. Paul from Cumbria, who collected our straw last year, Paul Winder, is going to have it again this year. Now you can see here he's backing up to the side. You can see on the left there's a frame that's opened up, and you can see it there on the left. And then at the top, the clamp moves away from the bales, the trailer draws out, and then starts to lower it down, ready to go away, ready for the next load. Just fascinating machine. It just makes moving bales so much easier. Riding around with Oscar, looking at the straw to see if it's dry enough to bale, and look at this lovely covey of English partridges going into the sugar beet. They're young ones, a lot of those are.
Yeah.
That's it, Oscar, see if you can see them through the window. Where are they? There in the grass.
There.
Look
How
at
nice
that.
is that to see them?
Isn't it?
Yep.
There they are. These lovely grass areas. The margins around the field, aren't they lovely for them?
Yeah.
Right, we'll go around and look at some straw. Right, Oscar, we've got out the truck. What are we doing now?
We're just coming over to look on this field, this one, and the one over there.
Yeah, for what?
If in case it's wet or dry, it's in a baler.
Ready, yeah, see if it's too wet to bale. So we're running on areas. Where are we looking, Oscar? We don't look anywhere, we look in a particular area. Where it's been run on?
Yeah.
So what do we do?
You just scrape it up like that and see if it's wet underneath. That's just cold.
Right,
That's
right.
just cold.
It's not wet.
No, it's just
So
cold.
all these areas, you can see here, these areas here have been run on with a tractor and a trailer when we were harvesting this field. Apologies for the wind. And they don't dry very well. We've had a shower of rain, so you have to feel underneath, like Oscar's doing, to see if it's wet. What is it? Is it? Right. And let's look at this one. Because you can't bale straw when it's wet, the same as we can't harvest grain when it's wet. So anywhere where it's run down. What's that like?
Yeah, the cold is wet.
It's not wet. Right. So we need to ring up Henry and say it's ready to go. So Oscar, what we're going to do, ring Henry.
Yeah. And afterwards we can go and get some breakfast.
Yes, we can go get some breakfast. That's right, Oscar. And also, it's Saturday morning, by the way, now, about 9 o'clock. And we have got, what have we got left? About 75 acres of harvesting to do. And so that is it. So by tonight, we will have finished our harvest. Apart from, we've got the one field at the Heath. That has got the, what's in there?
Barley?
No. You have it on toast. Baked beans.
Baked beans.
We have the beans to do. We've got 3 varieties of beans up there to do. 1 for baking and 2 for cooking. So we've got those to harvest, but they won't be ready until about the middle of September. So about a month from now, they'll be ready. we go in there to have breakfast. What are you having for breakfast?
Cocoa Pops.
Cocoa Pops.
And everyone, make sure to get some Wardy's waffle t-shirts and hats.
Well done. Yeah, we've got some hats as well. We've got some baseball caps. Oscar hasn't got his on, he's left his behind. We've got here, come to do the Field of Dreams. This is the Leaden Field of Dreams compared to the one at Cambridge.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Is that better? Yeah. We've just cleaned the lens on the camera. Oh, it is. Yeah, a lot better. So we've started the morning off. So here we go. We've started the day off 16.1, 16, 15.8. That's what we finished off last night. And we're tipping on another shed now that's finished off at, here we go, 14%. So we're just trying to mix it a bit. So Michael's on the MX and helping us out for 2 or 3 days because we're doing this best bit of wheat up the road, the Oxford, and the variety Oxford that is. And this is the shed we were tipping in last night, so Friday night, but there's a fair bit of this now at sort of 15.5 to 16. We can put the fans on, but the trouble is with the grain prices where they are, there's the fans up there, it'll cost money to dry it, and I don't really want to do that. We can mix it, so where Michael's tipping now, there's 14% just behind there. This is the second load, third load today. So this was 14%, so it's going to mix in, and hopefully later in the day we'll have some in here at 14%, so it'll be able to mix in with the shed next door when we load the lorries when we sell it. Good high shed here for tipping in. Expert driver. You can see when you look at the height of the doors. I always say with sheds, when you build a shed, make sure your doors are high. It's so cheap in relation to the cost of the shed to have high sides up there and high doorways. The amount of grain stores you see, the door will only be down there somewhere, and then you wonder why the end of the sheds are taken out with grain trailers driving out with still tipped up. You saw earlier on in the clip, that's the straw. Let's get out the wind. That's the straw from the fields that's been baled, and they're coming this afternoon to start baling again. So postman's just arrived. So just back in the workshop, in the weighbridge, looking at the sheets. Yeah, so this is what last night, the field we were doing last night came in at 15.9, 16.1, 6, and then this morning's first load here, 16.1. The one Michael's just tipped, 15.8. So it's not really coming down. We've been combining now an hour and a half, something like that. So it's only come down 0.3% of moisture. Bushel weight's a bit disappointing. 72 is where it needs to be. Anything below 72 you get a deduction, but we can blend and mix. That's the temperatures. Just looking back at other fields we've done of this variety, we've got one more field there to do. That's the sheet for that. That's a spare one. This is where we were last night, and yield 4.17 tonnes an acre, or 10.3 tonnes a hectare. This is the Oxford. You see the variety there, Oxford. This is cranium, 8.04 tonnes a hectare. So what's that? 3 tonnes an acre, just 3.2 tonnes an acre maybe. And then we've got some more cranium here, another variety. That's the same cranium we've been using elsewhere, 8.68 tonnes per hectare. You can see where we are. We're between 8 and sort of 10 tonnes per hectare mostly, but we have got a 6.3 somewhere amongst here, 8.58. Here we are. That was a bit of a, well, it's the last field after sugar beet we planted, middle of November. Variety varies because there's about 5 different varieties in there to use up seed. But it's a lighter, sandier field, 6.5 tonnes per hectare. That's our worst yield of winter wheat. I thought you'd be interested to see how we push the grain up. So I got the drone inside the building and just sort of left it hovering. And it works out quite well, really. But this is how we push all the grain up when we tip it in the shed and how we stack it so high. This will be pushed up to about 5 metres in height. The blade on the front of the Manitou there is 5.5 metres long. and it's a great way of doing it. It does compress the grain in a heap a little bit, but we have got stirrers in here that will, I'll show you another day, that it actually moves the grain from the top to the bottom and sort of freshens it up and loosens it. But the airflow through here is quite good because we've got a good powerful fans under the floor. But it's a great way of stacking grain up. You just have to be a bit careful with stability, because when you've got the boom out like it is, the Manitou can be a little bit light on the back end, but you've got the grain in front to take the weight, so it's fine. This is the last load of grain that Tom will have this harvest. This is in the last field that we were harvesting, and this is the variety Oxford still, and it has done very well. You can just see the headlands here are quite rough. I'm just a bit surprised at the sort of roughness of them. I'm not quite sure why they're so put bad. Anyway, here we are now on the last round in this last field, in the same field you just seen Tom in, and this is a lot of straw here. And the 4 fields we've done in this one block of land, this is the land we didn't have any crop on last year because it was so wet last spring. So we put a cover crop on it, we mould it, and got the drainage all sorted on it and got a decent crop of wheat in. And this has looked really well all year. And you can just see the amount of dust. It always surprises me that we always get a lot of dust after you've had rain. And of course we did have a lot of rain, showers and bits and bobs last week and the week before. And it does change, and somehow the dust there, look at that, it's just phenomenal. But here, the straw, when we come to bale it, there'll be a lot of straw. You can see the trails are quite high, but the combine is working really well here. It's gone ever so well this season, and all credit to Ruben for getting it maintained, and Ryan from Russell's, the dealer, who helped Ruben get it ready. And it really has gone like a sewing machine this year, and it's been a really, really good, reliable combine. This is its 11th season, which is incredible, really, to think that it's done 11 harvests. Anyway, this is Ruben now just lifting the header up, just about to start the last breed back down the field for the cereal harvest this year. You can just see at the ends, actually, the lighter stripes on those trails of straw. That's where you saw earlier in the clip where I was with Oscar and we were looking at the straw for being damp. It's those areas where it's run on that when you get a rain that it's not so good for baling. You've got to move it. But here we go now, and it's Michael on the trailer on the right on the MX just coming to unload, and I think he's just coming down to the field for the last time to take most of the tankful out that Ruben's got, and then he'll get to the end of the field and just finish it off at the other end. But yeah, I'm just going back to this combine, 11 seasons old. And this 9090, this CR 9090 New Holland really has done us really proud. It's really great combine, and the reliability of it has been good as well. Had a few issues the first year or two, but after that it was absolutely brilliant. But when you look at it here, the combination, and actually the MX has done a really good job on the grain trailers this year. We haven't used it every day, but I must admit it's looking really good here. So this is the last of our harvest for 2026, the last breed of the cereal harvest. We've got the baked beans to do, but that's all. So we've had a very mixed harvest, but we'll go through the yields in a bit. So that's the end of harvest for 2025. We've got all this to bale. There's quite a lot of straw here, which is great. You'll see in a few minutes the balers working back at the main farm. So well done, Ruben. Baler drivers always appreciate all this neatness at the ends, instead of great big letter S's when the combine swings out. Doesn't take a lot of doing, just need to think about it. So thank you, Ruben. The drivers really appreciate it. That's it, header off for the last time this year. It's about, what is it, 6:15 Saturday evening. Just we finished combine a bit ago, just had a gin and tonic on the patio, so that's good. and just a bit reflection of harvest and the yields. I'll do that maybe in this update at the end or another one. I'll see how we're going with the editing of this. I'm not quite sure yet how long it will be. In field you can see we've got some bales here. We've got 2 balers running. We'll just get a look at this and just see how they're getting on. We've still got probably 200 acres left to bale after this, but not getting too bad an amount of straw, which is good. It always adds up to extra income, but of course you need to offset the income from the straw because you've got to spend money on extra fertilizer, or in our case poultry muck, putting that back into the field. Anyway, we'll just have a look at these and just see what these balers are doing, because doing a good job, because Ruben's left a nice short stubble and left nice square ends, and I think, yeah, it's doing a great job here. So we've got one baler working across there. Just wanted to show you this stubble. How nice and short it is. You look, there's my hand. So it's, what is that, about 3 inches high at the most, something like that. And yeah, nice and short there. We'll just watch this baler working. Not too much straw here compared to some other fields we've done, but still worth doing. You can see here the balers are running really well, but it does help that our combine leaves a nice trail of straw, even a nice width for the baler to pick up. It does make a big difference, because some combines don't leave it very well for the balers, and you can see in the quality of the bale. But thanks very much Henry Roworth for coming, and his team for helping us out and getting this sorted so quick. We've got a lot of bales to chase, a bit more baling to do, which you'll see in the next update. But here, doing a great job here, collecting all the bales up in the straw, and we've left some nice short stubble, so the cultivations next operation should be easy. Got a few more English partridges there. Just lovely to see. They love the stubbles. That one's got a few weeds in it, which they'll love as well. So that's it for this Sunday update. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and nice to see Michael here for a couple of days on the tractor and trailer helping us. Thank you, Michael, for that. We needed an extra pair of hands because we were combining up the road, and the Oxford was yielding quite well, as you've seen for this year. So thank you, Michael. We'll probably get a bit of an update from Michael on the varieties he's looking after in the region and how he thinks ours have done in compared to those, and general just an update on harvest, and just see what he thinks of the situation. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed everything, and hope you've all had a good week and you're all getting on with harvest yourselves, those of you that haven't finished, because I know there's still quite a few of you that haven't. And if you like this video, please click like and subscribe. Just remember, it doesn't cost you anything if you subscribe. All it means is you get notification of the videos that I post. That's all it means if you subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. We've had quite a lot of new subscribers over this last few weeks over the harvest, so thank you for that. Welcome on board, and hope you enjoy the content. So that's it for this Sunday update. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you midweek.